Hey, all right. We are going to go over how to hit your macros. So, you already know how to track your macros, but there's three ways that we can go about this, and certain ways are going to make sure and ensure that you are going to hit it on the nail every time. And again, we're not going for absolute perfection here, but we do want to be in compliance with these guidelines. So, I do want you ideally around 5 grams or so of each of your guidelines, of your protein goals, of your carbohydrate goals, and of your fat goals. And so going through these is essential to figure out, how am I going to be successful in doing this? So the first way, and I actually put these, the color coding means something. So the first way is we could do it like a meal plan style. So this is as if you sit down on Sunday and you open your app, and I'm going to kind of do this with you. So if we opened our app, today actually is Sunday, and we said, okay, so I'm on tomorrow. Today's Sunday, I'm looking at tomorrow. I go into my meal one, and for me, to be honest with you, I've been loving a protein bagel. I'm gonna add that. I just do cream cheese with it, and then I've been doing egg whites with that. Now, I have been tracking, so these things are loading for me in my history, so I can easily just add them. And then I know it's weird, but I eat my eggs with a nut butter. Okay, so my meal one is done. And then you would go in and you would add, maybe I'm gonna have a protein bar, okay, etc. So I have personally configured mine for 4 meals per day because I like eating 4 times throughout the day. Now, with this meal plan style, you would go in there, meal one, add everything, meal two, add everything, meal three, meal four, etc. You would click on food, and you would see, okay, so at this top here, you see overview, calories, nutrients, macros. I only care really, like the rest is kind of confusing. Just click on nutrients. And I want you to keep an eye here on your totals. So where your protein's at, where your carbs are at. Fiber is important, but it's not always accurate, just depending, and where your fat's at. So those three right now is all I care about. Your goals in MyFitnessPal right now may be off from what I have set them to be for you. So don't worry about the goal, and don't worry about what's left, which is what it's showing here on the right-hand side. Just you can, if you want, go into your settings and adjust your goal, and it will populate that for you, but you have to go on the actual application on your computer. You can't do that in the mobile version. Don't ask me why. I don't know why they do that. It makes it a little complicated, but for right now, like, it doesn't matter. Let's just keep an eye on the totals as we're going together, okay? So if I had just put in everything, right, my total might be, actually, let's just play around together. So then let's say I'm having, for my next meal, I do ground turkey. Okay, let's say I do 3 ounces of that, and then I just found this really good pasta. I feel like I forget what it's called, but here we go. Loop de Luz. It was so good. So in this, there's 10 grams of protein, 38 grams of carbs. This is the dry version, so I'm just gonna log that. And then I'm probably gonna have tomato sauce with it. I'm probably gonna have broccoli beforehand. Okay. So you can do this alongside with me if you want, but I just want to demonstrate what we're going to do here. What else do I like? Ground beef. Okay, tortilla. So now that I'm going through here, right, I'm on my 4th meal of the day. I'm going to click food, and I'm going to see, okay, I know that Francesca had told me that I am going to have, like, my goal for protein is 120 grams. My goal for carb right now, personally, is 170 grams. And my goal for fat is 60 grams. So, okay, based on this, I need to increase my protein by about 20. My carbs, I still have some. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to add the rest. Add in my tortillas. I can handle more here. Add food. I'm going fast because I'm used to this. Now it's going to take you maybe a week of doing this to get really like quick and efficient with it. But again, things will save in your history. I'm going to click log. Okay, so now I am back. All 4 meals are in there. As an example, I'm going to click food. Okay, whoa, my protein is 120 on the dot. Love that. My carb goal for me is 170, so I'm okay with 164. Crushing it on fiber too. I like being around 25 grams. And then my fat goal was 60. So this is actually pretty spot on. I'm happy with this. So ultimately, I just created myself a meal plan, right? So now I can look at this and say, okay, every single day this week, I'm going to eat this. I'm going to make sure that I have enough to have this every single day this week. And boom, you've made yourself a meal plan and you can wipe figuring out what to eat out of your brain. Now, the trick with this is, if you're looking at the week ahead, tomorrow being Monday, things are going to happen. I'm going to actually stop recording this. Things are going to happen in your week, right? You're going to go into work tomorrow and someone might bring donuts in the morning. Someone might bring something for lunch. Days are not going to be perfect. And so what you have to ask yourself is, am I going to stick to what I've planned for myself and make my life easier because it's already done? What you've created, this meal plan aligned with your goals, is done. It's wiped out of your brain. Your mental bandwidth is clear. Or if you decide to adjust things as you go, you're going to add a task for yourself because you're going to end up getting to the end, having adjusted things, and need to play Tetris with the rest of your goals. So one way, right, is easier on yourself, and one way is making it more complicated. So I encourage you to do the first. Now, I selected this as green because this is going to be just like the easiest way that you can get through your week and be like, I was in compliance this week and I freaking crushed it. Now, that being said, I actually don't love doing it in that fashion. I mean, you can, but I like a little bit more variety throughout my days and my food. So the second way that we can go about tracking and making sure that we're in compliance is this morning of style. And I tend to do that. Now, the green, I made this meal plan style green because you don't have to think about it. You are surely to be in compliance. So like all good things there. This one, morning of, is yellow because I might start my day. Now, this is what I do. I wake up in the morning. I have some certain things that I do in my morning routine. I make a greens juice. I drink water. I drink coffee. Like I have 3 drinks in the morning. I read my Bible. I set out what the tasks are for the day. And part of my morning routine is planning out my meals for the day to make sure that I'm in compliance. So the issue here is you might go to your fridge and be like, I actually don't have much. Like I don't have the things that I need to enjoy my meals and hit my macros. So you run that risk. And then aside from that, like same thing as the meal plan style, you might plan your whole morning, you might plan your whole day in the morning, and then things happen throughout the day and you may choose to adjust or you may not choose to adjust. Again, we're either an easy way forward or a riskier way forward, risk being I might not hit and be in compliance with my guidelines. Now, just to be clear, being in compliance with these guidelines is the surest way of hitting progress, like period. There's nothing to argue about it. It's science. And you're in this program, I'm honest with you, right? And so if we're not within compliance, we can't reasonably look at our results and be like, it's not working, right? And so it's important that we set ourselves up for success here. So just to be clear on this one, I marked it yellow because it's a little less predictable, a little more high risk, if you will. But that would look like morning, before you've eaten anything, you are looking in your fridge, looking at what you have, and planning the day ahead. I personally liked doing that also because I was in a corporate sales job where I was eating out pretty much daily with my clients. So I would look at, where are we going for lunch? Okay, I'm going to choose what that is, plug that in, and then make the rest of my day around that. Check my nutrition, see that I'm in compliance, go from there. So I hope that makes sense. Lastly, I apologize, it's a little lengthy. Lastly, I marked this red, tracking as you go. So tracking as you go is quite literally, you eat something, you log it. You eat something, you log it. Now, the issue with that is you can get to the end of your day and be like, holy crap, it's 8 p.m. and I have 40 grams left of protein to eat. I'm off my carbs by 30. And for me, I tend to go over in fat if I'm not being proactive. Okay, so this is a very reactive approach. And when we do this, you're going to find, and I'm guilty of this, that you are either playing Tetris at the end of the day, you're just off at the end of the day, and I don't ever want you force feeding yourself. So this just style of tracking leads to a lot of not being in compliance, and it misses, right? It tends to lead to a lot of misses. Now, when it's as you go, you can log before you eat, or you can log after you eat. But logging before you eat requires more discipline, right? Like, I am pretty hangry when it comes time for me to want to eat. So we just have to ask ourselves, like, you don't have to have more discipline. You just have to be a little bit smarter about how we're going about this, right? Um, so I hope this makes sense, and choose what's going to work for you. If you're someone who you want it out of your mind, um, you don't want to think about it, and you want to make sure that you are 10 out of 10, you're winning the day, go for the meal plan style. If you're someone who enjoys more variety like I do, or maybe you're eating out more often, go for the morning of style. I don't recommend going for as you go tracking because, like what I said, it's just going to lead to a lot of misses. And I want you to win your day. When you win your day and you follow through, it's going to compound, and not only in your confidence that you can do this, but in your results. So I hope this makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions at all. And if you are choosing as you go to begin, and you're finding that what I'm saying here is happening for you, that you're hitting a lot of misses and you're feeling like you're failing all the time, switch to number 1 or number 2 as your styles of tracking and logging, so you can get those wins under your belt, and get this out of your head and be more successful when it comes to hitting your guidelines. Okay, so again, let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you later.